One of the world's great women is about to walk out on this stage. An internationally acclaimed film and theater star is my first guest today. She's here in New York, singing and dancing in Richard Rodgers' musical, I Remember Mama, at the Majestic Theater. Here's the wonderful Liv Ulman. So nice to see you looking so happy and smiling. See, I never know how to treat you. From the many movies I've loved that you've done for Mr. Bergman, I never know whether I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to commit suicide or just to be depressed for the next few hours.
Well, it is a misunderstanding, you know, that I am sad, but I've never done anything else in the theater or in films than being sad. So I'm always surprised when I meet people. But, you know.
And we're surprised to see you smile so broadly. Is there a deep, dark side to you, though, that we might not?
No, not really, because I get all my darkness in my films and on stage, so, you know.
So life is a ball?
Life is a ball. Almost.
How does it feel? Almost. Wait a minute. I better go back and pick that up. Almost?
Then you'll commit suicide. Yeah.
Is there trouble I can help you with right now?
No.
I want you to feel free that this is a couch, and I'll be glad to treat you for anything you want to tell me. Treat this like a house call today.
Well, after the show.
It's all happiness and light right now concerning I Remember Mama?
I'm enormously happy, yes, because for somebody who for 25 years literally has committed suicide and been killed, you know, professionally always,
right.
To be in this musical and to sing and to dance and to be part of something Richard Rodgers has created, it's like an adventure, and I didn't believe it when they asked me, and I don't know really why they asked me, but I said yes immediately, and I haven't regretted one moment of it.
Is it very seductive being on Broadway and working in front of live audiences and being able to kick up your heels and to sing and dance? I think that would be, to an actor, that's very seductive, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. I've never heard laughter in the theater before, and now they're laughing all evening. And, you know, for me, who privately, I've never kicked up my legs because I can't.
I'm sorry about that.
Dancing, I haven't, because I really don't know how to, you know. Yeah. And now I'm doing it every evening, and I'm getting paid for it. And I never sang professionally or private before, and now I'm doing that too, and it's wonderful. Right. Because as a youngster, I was always told, you know, you shouldn't. I mean, even in ballet school, you know, the teacher kept me back after lesson once and said, you know, I don't think maybe you should come back. And it was terrible. I was, you know, 12 years old, and with singing, it was also disaster. And I mean, even my child, when she was little, until she was 4, you know, I sang lullaby and prayed, and after 4, she just asked me one night, maybe we should only pray. And
good Lord, that's terrible.
Well, it's true. And
did you have to coach and to work hard to learn to project that voice out?
Yeah, well, since I've been an actress on the stage for very long, the projection I knew from talking, but singing is another thing. And the first time I met Mr. Rodgers is more than a year ago, and he just asked me to give a little sample of my range, and my range was non-existent, and I asked maybe I shouldn't, and he said, just do Happy Birthday. And so my agent and producer tiptoed out because they knew disaster time maybe was there, and I sang Happy Birthday, and I think Mr. Rodgers aged a little. But since then, I have worked enormously, and he has given me wonderful material, and the most important thing, he's given me encouragement and love. I've never felt that it's difficult to write for me. I felt, you know.
And when you're starring in a show, it's they talk about the presidency being lonely. When you're out on that stage alone, it's very lonesome, isn't it? When you're bare with a song.
You're sort of bare, but it's a nice kind of of bareness, because while singing, it's a wonderful way of communicating, and even more expressive it can be than just talking. It's like an extension of what you do as an actress. And Mama is not, you know, the greatest singer in the world, but she is a mama from Norway,
right,
who suddenly says hello to people singing instead of just talking.
Did you know Mr. Rogers' music in Norway?
Oh yes, I'm from, I was very young. I got my first kiss to Blue Moon.
My!
And
you saw me standing alone.
Well, he left me to that music.
Oh. He kissed you and left in the same song?
No, but while it was still popular. It was a short romance.
Do you know the first song I ever sang in front of an audience happened to be the first song I ever sang when I got a professional job? Because the first time I sang was not, it was at a summer camp, standing up in front of a bunch of tourists, and I wasn't paid for it. It was like amateur night, and I sang this song. It was the same song by accident that I sang when I got my first professional job singing on radio. Then when I joined Freddie Martin's orchestra as the singer, the first night I worked with him in 1948, he turned to me at the St. Francis Hotel and said, "Merv, we're going to do a medley. We want to get up and sing now?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Do you know Where or When?" And that was the song that I had sung for the first time in front of an audience, first time on radio.
Oh.
Isn't that strange?
That is really strange.
And of course that is a great Richard Rogers
yeah.
song.
Well, I think most people have some experience tied up with what he has written.
Some emotional moment
Yeah.
in their life is attached to a Richard Rogers medley.
I think so. I mean, I think everybody has their memories often close to a piece of music, because music is so wonderful for the fantasy and for the feeling you are having. And he has written I didn't know he had written, you know, everything you sang just now.
I just sang 1,000th of 1/10 of 1% of the songs he has written.
I know, and you know, some of them I know very well, and I didn't even know he had written that. He has written everything, you know.
It's true. It's true. Let me take a break, and we'll talk some more to Liv Ulman. We'll be back.